Hello, everyone. We are going to do an Akashic Tarot reading. This is a 62 card deck and guidebook. I haven't used this deck very often. I was called to buy it because of a person in my group that I do readings for. And I don't know, it was just we were doing a reading with her, and then the deck came in very clear. And so I purchased it to do some readings with her as well. So this is the guidebook. It is a very thick guidebook. If you use the deck a lot, you probably won't need the guidebook. But I don't use the deck very often, so today we're going to use the deck. There's nothing wrong with using guidebooks. I always tell everybody if the card deck comes with a guidebook, guidebooks are good to use because it helps you to understand the meaning of the cards based off the creator's view, right? You can still interpret your own meanings, but the guidebook is there to help you. So, of course, it's okay to use it. That doesn't mean that you don't have discernment. That doesn't mean that you don't know what the reading is. Um, it's just, I would prefer to use the guidebook because I don't use this deck very often. So, I will show you how I teach people to use the guidebook. So what I do is I shuffle really good and I ask the universe, what is it that we need to know? What is it that you would like us to know? What is our message? We're gonna pick three cards. So this one turns sideways. I feel like this one wants to come out, and this one is sticking out, so I feel like that one wants to come. And I feel like I need to shuffle again. It doesn't, like everything went cold, so let me shuffle again and see what it is that calls. I feel like this one wants to come out. Okay, so let's see. We have one, two, and three. So you're going to pick the card that pulls to you most. And again, we're going to use a guidebook for these, but first I want to show you how I usually do it. Okay, so we have one, two, and three. For some of you, you might be pulled to one card. For others, you might be pulled to two or three cards. It's up to you. Do what pulls to you. You don't have to just pick one card, but do what pulls to you. Do what your guidance, your intuition tells you. For some of you, you might instantly know that all three of these are going to be for you. And it's totally up to you. But do what feels right. And we're going to start with card one. And we have six of keys in crescent moon. Okay, so right away, I am going to instead of grabbing the guidebook to see what the meaning is, I'm going to set with this card. Okay, this is how I teach my others to read cards. Okay, you're going to set with the card. You're going to take a look at things. Okay, so this person might be a night owl. They might be somebody who stays up late at night. Maybe they have more energy during the evening, or they work night shifts. Okay, they are inspired by maybe people. So you or this person might work in a job that involves studying people or learning about people, like psychology, art, being an artist, like an artist that actually draws people, like like I forget what they're called, but like when people sit and somebody draws them, kind of thing. But you can also be somebody who is very like very focused on people, like their facial expressions, their feelings, their emotions. You can see in this picture that this person has a lot of tools, right? They're working to sculpture something, to make something, but it's a person, right? In every picture. So I feel like for some of you, this could be like you're a detective and you're often working in the in in the darkness through a lot of situations, and you're the light that comes in. You're the one that brings in the light. For others, you could be working in the medical field, and you again are the light to these people that need your support, need your help, right? For some of you, you are, an artist. You're very good at drawing people. You're very good at drawing emotions. You're very good at putting facial expressions into your artwork, right? To bring the art, to make the art realistic. Okay, so this energy has to do with the frequencies that you engage in during the night, during the moon phases. Okay, so I feel like this is definitely someone who is not a morning person, not actually a day person. Like your full energy really kicks in at nighttime. You're just somebody who really enjoys the quietness. You enjoy the less crowdedness. You enjoy the emptiness of like the busy streets and things like that. Like you're somebody who can be alone, somebody who's perfectly fine with being alone, and you when you start something you get really seriously involved in it, like you focus and you like to have your attention without distractions. Okay, you're open to influence. So like the windows are open to allow the moon's light, to allow the frequency of the moon to influence. So you're open spiritually to guidance from the universe, which I think a lot of the work that you do is very intuitive. You have a tendency of just really being very intuitive with what you're guided to do and what you're guided to put into action. A lot of times, like for some of you, if you're a detective or something, you might find the answers without even realizing it. And people might be like, "How did you do that?" And you just don't know. You have no idea. It's you're very intuitive. Okay. For others, if you're artistic, it just comes to you naturally. You don't have to put a lot of effort into what you do. It's just you emotionally connect, and then it just comes into physical form. Okay? But you're someone who is very focused, very you like to have accuracy with what you do. Your emotions have to match your physical, right? You're not someone who likes to half do something. It has to be like almost like a perfectionist kind of thing. So let's take a look at your cards. So we have six. Oh, look, I opened up to the five of keys. Ha! So let's take a look. We have the six of keys. Okay, I'm going to pause this for a second. Excuse me, I needed to cough and I didn't want to cough on the microphone. Okay, so upright. A man works diligently sculpturing a bust in his workroom. Behind him is a large window that overlooks the rolling hills of a labor city. The moon in the sky points left, growing to full. It's called the increscent moon. This waxing moon on the card shows an exciting time of increased abundance and growth. Your efforts have combined with external circumstances, and even the stars have aligned. If things have been financially tough for you recently, relax. There is great opportunity for increase and fulfillment. Let's take a look at what it says on the other side. In every way, financial, creativity, and even in your reputation and prestige. So just do your work and get ready to receive. Akashic Force, it says, close your eyes and tap into the increscent moon's power. Feel the flow of energy, receptivity, and opportunity swell within you. Know that you can bring this force to whatever you wish to increase. How would you like to direct this energy now? Okay, so yeah, lots of creativity, lots of passion in this card, right? That he is doing what he's passionate about. right? So definitely follow your passion. Definitely trust that you know, being secluded and just doing things on your own time. Like for some of you, this might be a second job for you. Maybe you work a job during the day and then this is your passion that you love to do at night, which is like your art or creating something on the side, right? This is saying don't let the finances worry you. Don't let those things get the best of you. Trust that everything's falling into place. Okay. The finances will work their way out, right? If you think negative about the finances, negative's going to come. So try to think positive about the finances. Trust that the universe will make sure the money comes how it's meant to come. Card two, we have the Oracle of Delphi. See, this was like what I was thinking of before, but he's not drawing. But like that's what I was thinking of before with this card was like someone that sits while somebody else draws them kind of thing. Okay, so in this one here, we have a lady who is like on a pedestal, right? So she is like being admired or observed by the other person, right? There's a male and female energy, and it looks like in this picture that it's out of balance. So like you got her way up here, you got him down here, like maybe the feminine is stepping up more than what the masculine is. So I feel like in this one here, you've got the fire energy, right? You've got the you got a lot of things to say because he's like he's holding a scroll. So like there can be things that you are facing. Maybe you are rising in your stamina of who you are. Right? You are speaking your thoughts. You're no longer being afraid of what other people think. You're rising to a new level. You have a lot of self-love and self-respect. Okay, let's take a look at what this card says. This is card one. So I imagine it's probably going to be back here. Yeah, it's beginning. Okay, so card one, we have the Oracle of Delphi. It says, the pharaoh or the priestess at Delphi sits upon a high three-legged seat. Steam gently rises from a small fissure in the ground. Nearby, a robed priest prepares to write upon an open scroll. While the pharaoh physically receives the presentations from Apollo, it is the priest who interprets her pronouncements. In this, we see the two important keys in psychic experience: perception and interpretation. Perception and interpretation. When you receive this card, you're in a time of great insight and psychic power. So even if you don't realize it yet, it lies very close to your consciousness because you have used this gift in so many past lives. You may get images of feeling without knowing how to interpret them. Take notes as you practice both your psychic perceptions and their interpretations. Just as they gave the Oracle of Delphi a profound awareness, your psychic perceptions and their interpretations give you a powerful insight and an Akashic vision of the world. We're not going to do the reverse because I don't do reverse cards. Um, Close your eyes and go within. Feel your psychic energy growing, expanding upward from very depths of your beginning, of your being. Now notice the first thing that you sense. Okay, so based off the card, there's a lot of um, you, for example, you might not. appear to people how you truly are on the inside, right? So this is a card about perception, interpretation, okay? So people might see you as something that you truly don't feel inside. Like maybe they look up to you, maybe they see you as a very important person, but you just see yourself as a normal person. You don't see yourself above or below anybody. You don't see yourself as royalty, right? Um, this person here might be judging you, like the priest. I feel like this priest energy is coming in as like a judgment energy. Like this priest job is to like judge your character or judge your personality or judge your your purpose, your true essence basically, right? And I feel like this steam is kind of like a clearing energy. Like when steam comes up, it's almost like if there's any wrinkles, it takes the wrinkles out. So I feel like when people do like steam baths, for their skin and things like this, I feel like there's like a purification with like the energy that's coming in. And I feel like you are being told by the spirit, by the Akashic records, like let people be themselves. Okay? Let them judge. You can't control what somebody thinks about you. You can't control their thoughts, their processes. If they have a certain way of seeing things, like the priest symbolizes over here, if there's a certain way that they see things, that's how they're gonna see you through that lens. It's not your job to try to please everybody, and it's not your job to care about what other people think of you, right? So what other people think of you is none of your business, as that saying goes. And that's kind of like what it is here. To continue to let your fire within you grow, right? Continue to be that phoenix, rise through the ashes. Okay? Don't care what other people think. Okay? Rise to to who you truly are. You have the card 1, which to me is kind of like don't compare, be authentic, right? This card is about interpretation and perception. So just be your true self because that is what matters most. Because your true self is what everybody wants to see, anyways. That's what they're going to judge. That's the interpretation that they're going to judge. However you are, however you truly are, is the interpretation that that person's going to make for themselves, right? No words are going to change their views on you because they're watching you. This is all about perception and interpretation, which means it's more about physical, not so much as what you put in words. So save your energy. If something doesn't resonate with you, clear it. Like that steam energy. Clear it out. Get rid of the energy that doesn't serve you. Rise above it. Allow for clearing to come in. Okay, allow for cleansing to come in. Rise above it and just be your true person. Let people see you however they choose to see you. It's none of your business how people choose to see you, okay? Because you're never going to love yourself the way you're supposed to if you're always worried about how others perceive you. So like in this one here, he's going to write up what he wants. Let him. It's not your business. Don't worry about it. Just don't put a mask on. Don't be anything other than who you truly are. And live up to that. Whoever you truly make yourself to be, whoever you truly speak to be, live up to that. Okay? Step into that energy and let that energy become you fully. Right? Because that's what's going to empower you and that is what's going to pull in the alignment of who you're supposed to be with and what path you're supposed to be on. And that's what's going to help with letting people that aren't for you go on their own separate ways. Okay. All right. Card 3, we have 11, the Ark of the Covenant. Ooh, okay. So the Ark of the Covenant. So we have 11. So this is like one and one is two. So this is an even. So there's an even energy coming in here. So supporting each other, doing things on an even scale with people. Okay, giving and receiving evenly, protecting. I feel like there's a big importance here when it comes to following directions, when it comes to protecting one's energy, when it comes to knowing what to share and who to share it with is very important here. Not everybody is going to agree with you. Not everybody is going to see things the same way as you. Again, you've got this darkness coming in all the cards. There's this like darkness coming in here. So like there's a lot of the unseen, right? In this situation. But the main thing is that you are doing your part. You're protecting your space. You're protecting your peace. You're working as a team player. Okay. So let's take a look. It looks like there's travel involved here. It feels like there's a travel energy involved here. Let's look at 11 and see what your message is. So we have 15, 13, 11. Okay. So the Ark of the Covenants. All right, so upright. The stars are shining on a serene desert night. Fires burn before a number of white tents. Inside one of the tents, just beyond the open front flaps, rests the Ark of the Covenant. Two men sit by a crackling fire nearby. At the most mundane level, this card can represent a beneficial legal contract or title transfer. It also can show successful working with professionals such as brokers, lawyers. More often, it indicates that you are living true to your karmic contract, facing your lessons of growth, working towards greater discoveries, and bringing your unique contributions to the world. Your karma does not rule you, you rule it. When the work becomes too great, take a rest. Doesn't break with taking a break, I'm sorry, taking a rest doesn't break with your covenant. It supports it. You understand the phases of time and energy and you work within those phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. If so, make sure there is no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. Don't let yourself get pulled into an emotional drama. Know that the things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. So continue to work towards your highest purpose. To uphold the sacred covenant, you have to touch the world with your light. Okay, so we're not going to do the reverse because I don't do the reverses on these, and we're just going to look at your Akashic force. It says, close your eyes and imagine the Ark of the Covenant opening before you. Within it, you see the contract that contains your highest purpose. What is that purpose? Sense one word and one action you can take today to pursue it. Okay, so for this card, it has a lot to do with something very, very important, right? Whatever you're doing, it is very important for you to do. Okay, the Ark of the Covenant has a huge history if you've ever read about it. It's interesting. Like it was stolen and just people stuff happens to people that carried it, and a lot of people think that it was an energy, like an electricity or something, and like it's very interesting. It's a very interesting story to read. So whatever you are doing in this card, if you pick this card, it's very important. It's very important to more than just you, okay? So be careful who you trust in your circle, be careful who you share things with, and make sure that you are staying focused because distractions could cause something to happen that could affect the importance of things. So like the Ark of the Covenant was meant to be protected, right? So if you're distracted, it could get stolen, right? So somebody could try to distract you and then try to take the Ark of the Covenant, like one of those kinds of things. So this card is reminding you to stay focused. Don't let distractions get the best of you because if you do, it can change a situation and you really don't want to see that happen. Okay, you want to make sure you're completing your task. So make sure that you are aware of who you're sharing your space with, aware of their intentions, and stay focused on your own. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, this is the Akashic Tarot, and it's brand new. It's a brand new deck. I think I've only used it like 5 times. So, um, I hope this has helped you. Always trust the guidebook. It's good to use the guidebook, but it's always good to do your first interpretations first. So I hope to see you in the next reading and have a great evening, great day. Bye.